She's a 3-year-old corgi.
So here's the plan with the bean bed. This was tomatoes last year, and before that this bed laid fallow, so it's not real healthy soil. And that's okay, and that's why beans will be good here. Beans are nitrogen fixers, and they will actually convert or help draw in nitrogen out of the air and store it in nodules in their root system, and their root system will actually help to fertilize the ground and put nitrogen back in. But we're going to leave these tomato poles in here. We're going to put our long beans along the back row there and let them grow up and colonize the trellis we're going to build on those poles there. And we'll put some green beans in along this front side here. And they're going to be a little bit shorter, I think. And we'll leave these trellises in until I know that they're either bush or vining. Sometimes bush beans actually vine out a lot. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to amend to the top after we break up some of this first inch of the soil. We're going to amend the whole thing with some compost, and then we'll start the planting.
Let me explain what we do. We just basically come in and break up the top layer of the soil, that layer of the soil that has sat and baked under the sun or has been fallow for a while, or when you pull out your previous plants, you don't really have to do this. But you just break up the top level of the soil. You don't till deeply. You don't turn the soil. You don't mess up the deep soil, and that's because there's good biology down there. That's where the earthworms live. That's where all the good networks of biological goodness are doing their thing down there. You don't want to mess that up, and so no-till soil keeps all that stuff intact. And so you just come in and scrape off the top level, and you amend the soil from the top. And that promotes aeration because the earthworms are all down in there. It reduces your need to weed. All those seeds from your weed plants and have been dropping down in that soil. And there's seeds down there, dormant seeds deep in the soil. And so if you don't pull those up to the surface, you don't have to deal with them. So it also saves you time and energy. You don't have to mess with coming in with a big tiller and working real hard to turn the soil over. You just come in and scrape off the top layer. It helps the soil a lot by reducing erosion. It helps the soil to, like I said, retain its good biology. But I really like it because it's simple. It saves us a lot of time. It took us about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes max, to prepare our bean garden. And by adding all that organic material to the top of the bean garden and not having to really dig it in or turn the soil, we've just layered it on top, and we're going to let nature bring all those nutrients into the lower reaches of the soil. And so all your crops from previous years leave their roots behind because you just come in and scrape off and pull off the top part of those of your remaining crops if you're rotating a field. All those roots stay down there and they compost in place. If you're coming in on a field that's been fallow or that you haven't grown in for a while and you've got mulch on there, a lot of that mulch has been drawn down into the soil as well. And that's what we've done here. All this mulch we had here has been drawn down into the soil, and it's really healthy. So yeah, no-till gardening, we've been doing this for several years now, and we really like it.
I've actually come in with a weed torch and burned off a lot of it, but there's tons of nutgrass in here, and you can see that nutgrass just comes right back after a matter of days. There's networks of nutgrass rhizomes and runners down in this ground, and the more you chop them up, the more they grow. So yeah, we just control those with mulch, and don't get too upset about the nutgrass. But yeah, now that this has been burned off, and as most of the mulch from last year's been scraped into a bucket, we'll go ahead and amend it. And I got some Bermuda grass growing in here too. But so we'll break up this hard soil, go about 1 inch under. You can see over there I've kind of broken up some of it. Go about 1 inch under the surface just to pull off this hard sun-baked section here and soften up a bed for our beans to grow. Just put another layer of organic material on top. Now when I say I use my potting mix from last year, that potting mix is actually mostly peat moss and compost. And so it's all good organic material already. And so adding that here just gives another layer on top for the worms and for the biology in the soil to amend into the soil naturally, and that will help loosen up the hard packed soil beneath if you have any. And I've got some here in this bed. This bed has only been used 1 year recently, and it sat fallow for a year or two before that and got weed bound. So this is a bed that really can benefit from adding organic material. And so we're also going to plant our beans in here. We're going to get on that now. We use my tomato posts from last year. We'll plant beans so that we can run string trellises on here and let those beans crawl up on these posts.
Gonna make pickles again this year?
I think so. We're going to plant some cucumbers right behind you. So on this side of the garden, we'll plant these Asian long beans. They're supposed to be good climbers, big runners. So they're going to climb up those poles, and we're going to put some structures across here for them to climb on as well. And because they're so vigorous, I don't think I'm going to plant anything down the middle of this garden this year. I'm just going to heavily mulch that and just let the worms do their work and bring all this material down into the soil and come back next year with a new crop over here. But on either side, I'm going to have beans. We're putting our snap beans here, green beans, and Sam's putting 2 in each hole. I soaked half of them last night. I think I left them in too long, I don't know. But I'm putting a soaked one and a dry one in each hole. That's what we're doing there. And we'll have some beans.
Thanks for joining us on Black Gumbo Southern Gardening. Glad you stopped by. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'll be updating throughout the 2019 spring season and mostly into the summer. And we'd love to have you along. Check us out on Instagram and on Facebook as well. Y'all take care.